Good morning to you all. How are you? We thank God for a successful day like this. We have RM, that's religious and moral education, and we'll be looking at God, His creation and attribute. God, His creation and attribute. The subject is RME, and it's religious and moral education. Today we'll be looking at God, His creation and attribute. And I know when you're in class one, we learned about attributes of God. It's not different. We are going to build upon it. So don't worry. So God is creation and attribute of God. Now, our sub-strand, God the creator. So by the end of this strand, you'll be able to know what attributes are. Know what attributes are. And also, you'll be able to give 5 examples of attributes and state their meaning. Also, you should be able to give attributes in your local language. For instance, if you're an Akan, Ototrobonsu Nyankopon. If you are an Ewe, Mount Lulu, Ga Numoda. So these are some of the things that you'll be looking at. After looking at or knowing what attributes are, then you give examples of some attributes of God. Then give 2 attributes of God in your local language. Now, we have learned that God is the creator of the world. God is the creator of the world, or God is the creator of the universe. He created all things and humankind. God provides us with all the things we need to live, such as air, water, sunshine. God has a special name or titles as an attribute as a sustainer of life. If you say a sustainer, somebody is a sustainer, it means someone who makes sure that something continues to be there. A sustainer means someone who makes sure that something continues to be there. So God, as a sustainer of life, takes care of the things He has created, including humankind, plants, and animals. Are you saying? So, what is an attribute of God? An attribute of God are the special names or titles given to God due to the wonderful things He does. Have God been doing wonderful things? So, because of the wonderful things God does, we give Him a title. And that title is what we call attribute of God. So, sorry, attributes of God are the special names or titles given to God due to the wonderful things He does. Let's look at some of the examples of attributes of God. We say that God is the giver of life, that He is the one who makes it possible for man, animal, and plants to live. Without God, man, animals, and plants cannot survive. So God is the giver of life. So He makes sure that it is possible for man, animals, and plants to live. Another one, God is caring. God is caring. What does He mean? He cares about us. When I was starting, I said you should be able to give attributes and state its meaning. So you can see that God is the giver of life. It means He is the one who makes it possible for man, animals, and plants to live. 2, God is the God is caring. It means he cares about us. 3. God is impartial. What this means is that he treats us equally. It's not bias. It's not bias. So God is impartial. Impartial. Then the next one, God is holy. What are these attributes means? It means he does not do bad things. Do you at times do bad things? I'm asking you. Do you at times do bad things? If you do bad things, then it means you are not holy. You cannot call you holy. But if you do not do bad things, then you can be attributed as what? You are holy. God is holy. It means he does not do bad things. 5th one, God is all-knowing. God is all-knowing. It means he knows everything. God doesn't need a teacher, a classes teacher, to teach him at home. God has all knowledge. He knows everything. You can also say that God is omnipresent. God is at everywhere at the same time. Omniscient. God is powerful. You know, you can mention a whole lot of attributes of God. Now, we can also add God is a healer. What does it mean? Yes, it means he heals us when we are sick. God is a healer. It means he heals us when we are sick. The giver of life. What does it mean? He gives us the sun to shine during the day, the moon and the stars during the night. He gives us the sun to dry our clothes and to keep our bodies warm. God is the giver of rain. He gives us rain to get water to drink, to help plants and animals to grow. God is a provider. He provides all our what we need. Example, food, water, shelter, and others. So I know in your various homes or in class 1, you can talk about more attributes of God. So what we are talking today, we are discussing today, attributes of God as a sustainer of life. The main strand is God, his creation, and attributes. And we learn that attributes of God are the special names given to God due to the wonderful things he has done. And we went through some examples of attributes of God. We talked about God is the giver of life, and we stated its meaning. God is caring. Stated its meaning. He cares about us. God is impartial. God is holy. God is all-knowing. Now, you can try your hands on this work. That's what is an attribute of God. You can go back to the slide, then you read it, you learn it, become perfect, then do it in your exercise book. Then after that, state any 5 attributes of God. State any 5 attributes of God. This one, don't add its meaning. Any 5 attributes of God. Any 5 attributes of God. Let's go over. What is an attribute of God? State any 5 attributes of God. What is an attribute of God? State any 5 attributes of God. 1, then you state it. 2, you state it. 3, you state it. 4, you state it. 5, you state it. Powerful one. When you're in class 1, you learned about attributes of God. Then in class 2, we are going to continue from where you ended. So you should be able to know what attributes of God are. State any attributes of God and their meaning. At least five. So you should know five attributes of God and their meaning. Thank you. We'll meet again. Bye bye.